Welcome everybody to FutureIT. I would like to start by explaining why we came up with this event and give a little background what's behind this session today and what's coming after today. First of all, my name is Ruben Melendez. Some of you know me from Global Governance. I'm also now, as well, besides Global Governance, I'm the president for Global Lynx, a company that recently moved the main offices to Columbus, Ohio. But Global Lynx has been in business for 19 years. And I'm going to try not to sell too much about Global Lynx, but you all have a little flyer that tells you what Global Lynx. But if you have any questions, feel free to ask me or anyone from Global Lynx after the panel discussion. But welcome to the event, to FutureIT. So why FutureIT? Why this event? So we know there's a lot of technology changes happening in the marketplace. We all keep hearing about the Internet of Things. I call it the Internet of Everything. And I don't expect you to read everything that you see in this graph, but this will give you an idea of there is an amazing amount of intelligent devices being developed, invented almost every day that are coming to the market. Everything from watches to tennis shoes to treadmills at home, everything is going to be and becoming connected, collecting real-time data and helping both the users as well as the companies that manage those devices and the suppliers, whether it's consumer goods, manufacturing. Most of you are either in the end user or in the providers of the technology side or the IT side, whether you're providing infrastructure or security or data management services and so forth. And as you know, the Internet of Things, so these devices are coming like crazy. So why is this important? There is about 320 million people in the United States, 320 right now. The growth expected in 5 years by 2020 is about less than 10%. We're going to be about 350 million in about 5 years. Okay? So with 320 million people in the US right now, there is right now about 1 billion Internet of Things in homes alone in the US. In homes alone in the US. So that means on average, one home has about 3 Internet devices connected, whether it's the TV or something going on at home connected. This has nothing to do with manufacturing, companies, hospitals, warehouses. This is just homes, okay? 75 billion are expected to be connected in 5 years. 750% growth. So why is this important, okay? And why is this part of this event? Well, these devices are going to be collecting real-time data all the time. Where is that data going to be stored? The storage is going to be whether it's in your companies or in the cloud, private or public clouds. But there is an amazing amount of data, exponential growth. And for that, we're going to need, of course, analytics to make decisions better with that data. An amazing amount of applications being developed, whether enterprise applications or mobile applications. Security, with all of these points of people connecting to information, security is going to become, as you know, a big, very important thing. So you probably know more than I do about these things because you are in IT, as I am. So why is this important? Well, because this Internet of Things is going to disrupt all these business processes in all industries. If you talk to executives right now, one of the biggest concerns that you will see in one of the questions is someone else coming to their marketplace with a technology or something that takes away their customers and disrupt their industries. So what they're doing is trying to develop some improvements in their companies, of course, to take advantage of these new technologies and the Internet of Things to improve their operations. So the question of why FutureIT is because we want to have a series of events, about 3-4 times a year. This is the first one. To talk about the future. So Global Lynx, which is the sponsor of this event, I heard already Expedient is going to sponsor the next one, right? Okay, great. So hopefully in about 3 months, we're going to have another event like this, and we're going to choose a different topic, maybe analytics, maybe security. We're going to be choosing different topics. It's all about the future. So working with John Bishop, Ladin, Vohar, and their team with the IT Martini or Media Group, we're going to be producing these events every 3 months. So each session is going to have a panel, and again, will be to discuss the future of that particular subject. This session, session 1, which we are doing right now, is a group of, tremendous group of panelists that I'm going to introduce in a minute, that have a first-class experience in IT services management, infrastructure operations, and being ahead of the industry about implementing IT services and IT processes and capabilities ahead of the industry. So I'm going to introduce the panel in just a minute, but today's session is focused on services management, infrastructure operations services management. So that's what we're going to cover today. So the panel, and I'm going to name them, and then I'm going to ask them to come and join me, and then they'll introduce themselves as well. But just to highlight who they are, we have Kim Liston, which is a Senior Director of Infrastructure and Operations with Omnicare, recently acquired by CBS. And again, Kim will introduce herself again in just a minute. Vandana Verni, Director of IT Services with Betel, and she's been also for many years running IT organizations, and she will explain that in just a minute. Dave Lauer with Ohio Health, Head of IT Services Management. And last but not least, our friend Aaron Suber, which is the Head of Consulting for the Midwest with ServiceNow, which is a strategic partner for Global Lynx as well. So if the panelists could please come and join me. Let's have please a round of applause for the panelists. Anywhere you want. And I think your microphone should be working. Just a little bit about the logistics of the panel. This is what some people call a think tank. So the main discussion will be among the panelists. I will be asking questions. But at the end of the session, at 1 o'clock when we conclude, we're going to allow questions from the audience to be asked to them. So the first question is a survey which was conducted recently by one of the largest consulting companies, found that the top concern for about 1,000 CEOs, 1,000 of them indicated that one of the main concerns is a market entrant or a new technology company disrupting their industry and taking clients away from them. But what are you doing, or what can you do to prepare for that?
Many organizations don't invest in organizational change management, and then they wonder why one of their transformation initiatives falls flat on their face. It's not because IT people aren't smart or the business isn't smart. It's because they resist change. They fear it. So what are we doing as leaders to equip them to embrace that change instead of fear that change? When you look at some, the Internet of Things, as you mentioned, the demand today, the demand always outpaces our capacity to deliver in IT. I don't know anybody that has a task list or a backlog that's zero or flat. Demand always outpaces what we can deliver. So a lot of organizations, I would assume, are going to start buying tech companies to supplement and help drive some of that innovative thinking. And as IT people, what do we do? I've been in IT a long time. Oh my God, only I or my team can do that well. So we resist instead of embrace. So investing in that touchy-feely organizational change management, the theories and the science, creating change agents and change coaches in the enterprise so that as these things arise, they're on board, because the best ideas come from the people that have been doing the work day in, day out. You just need to channel that energy and allow them to feel comfortable voicing that energy in an environment where things might not be in their comfort zone.
So a lot of our business units, there is a saying, if you throw a stone at the Battelle campus, you'll hit 3 PhDs. So there's a lot of tech-savvy, very intelligent people that work there. So you're not going to continue to be in this business of, I am IT, I am the subject matter expert, and you will live with what I deliver. So you will have to work alongside them, have a seat at the table, and be there for them when they're trying to innovate. And we will always get questions, right? So we are a support function there to provide the services, IT services, and my job is to ensure the delivery happens smooth and nice. But we'll always get the question, why can't I just get my server at Amazon or on Microsoft Azure or any one of those providers out there? And they'll say, well, they're quicker, they're easier to provision, why can't I do that? And they know very well the answers to that. There could be security concerns, there could be multiple things. Our clients don't like that. But however, the questions come up and you have to be prepared to answer them. And part of being prepared is, how can you one-up their game? How can you deliver faster and more efficiently? So being faster, efficient, lean, preparing for disruption and being disruptive yourselves, providing new thoughts and thought leadership is one way I think organizations where, IT is not the business can prepare themselves for.
I mean, the business drives your needs, and the business is driven by the needs of the marketplace. So, consumers are deciding what it is that they want from your business. Sure. Your business needs to decide how to respond to that, right. And then IT needs to understand how to fulfill the business's needs. So it's all stemming from, how are we doing business?
Sure.
And who are we interacting with to understand that business? And then deciding, okay, well, what tools can we lean on to help make that happen? ITIL is just a tool.
Absolutely.
And the tools that you use to enable ITIL are there to help you pick out the parts that work best to make it happen.
Perfect.
I don't know if everybody's seen the movie Minority Report, where Tom Cruise is walking through the mall and he's being greeted based on eye contact with cameras. Hey, Mr. So-and-so, how's that pullover that you bought last year working out for you? Can we get you another size? Can we get you something else? I just think of the interconnectivity of all these devices, and basically what it's doing is it's taking that requester and the fulfiller model, and it's shortening all of those value streams in between, and it's enabling business to happen at a faster pace. So I think an important question that you have to ask yourself as a leader in the IT industry, especially, I think we're going to see IT and the business, if they already haven't, merge and become even closer than they were before.
I want to have one final round of applause for the panel, please. Thank you. Thank you, everybody. Hope to see you next time. You all are going to receive an email from us to get some feedback and make some recommendation about what should the next session be sometime in the spring. I hope to see you all back in a few months. Thank you. Thank you, Steve.